Polymer Clay TV. I'm Elisa, and today I wanted to show you a couple of cool things. First, we're going to talk about the new Liquid Sculpey, and it comes in 3 different new kinds. One is completely clear, one is in white, and one is in black. The black one, Kira and I shared. She gave me this and took the bottle because she wants to draw with it. She wants to try something with drawing with it. So these are really cool. I have just started playing with them and I wanted to show you a few things. This piece here is the liquid clay in black all around my tiles, which of course are made out of polymer clay, and it creates like a glossy finish, a little bit of a glossy finish. And this black is deep, deep black, as you can see from this piece as well. So there's a lot of ways you can use it, and I've just touched the iceberg here, you know, the tip of the iceberg rather. I'm going to keep exploring and exploring, and I'll share all my explorations with you online. And this is the white one as well. And they have so many possibilities, and you know, for some reason liquid clay isn't explored as much as, you know, some of the other mediums, but it has such a really neat potential. I'm gonna keep playing with this because I really love it, and I think you will too. We've had some questions about the clear, and I'm gonna flash a photo of something I made with the clear on the screen for you to see. I left it in the house and I'm in the studio, but I'll put a picture up for you. The one thing people asked was, why would you use the liquid clay in the clear versus resin? Well, resin you can't bake, so the liquid clay you can. So you can do different applications that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do with the resin. So that's one of the main reasons I think that the clear would be really good. Of course, it's completely translucent, so if I wanted to fill in one of these windows but yet still see through, I could do that. For instance, if I wanted to back this with another design and then add the liquid clear over there, you would still see the design because it would be clear, yet it would be shiny and still have dimension. So there's lots of really good uses for it. You just have to figure out how you want to use it, you know. But it's super cool, and you can bake it. But the one tip I got from Iris, and she has been working with Polyform forever, is to make sure to bake it at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. But that's really important because I did bake it a little lower and it didn't clear up. So when I baked it at the 300 degrees, it completely cleared up and it was perfect, absolutely perfect. So I was very, very happy with that. So those are the liquid clays. If you haven't gotten any, I highly recommend going out and get yourself a bottle of, they're not too expensive, you know, for probably under 20 bucks you can get all 3 colors, and you can find them online as well. I'll put up a resource on the blog with some links for you. But they are available now. They're actually on sale, and you might be able to find them at your local craft store. Unless you live outside the country, it might be a little harder for you. So the next thing I want to move on to is these really cool polygon cutters. Now, when Kira told me we were going to do polygon cutters, which is, you know, 5-sided, this is only the set of 3, but we actually have a set of 4. There's one bigger, but I'm not working with that today. I was like, that's kind of boring. What the heck am I going to make with this? And I thought, really, I was really bored by them. And then I started playing with them, and oh my word, it opened up a whole bunch of possibilities, and I am in love with these, and these are probably one of my favorite cutters. I went from wondering why the heck, you know, she wanted to go with that shape to saying, oh my gosh, I'm glad she did because I really like it. So that's the story with those. And like I said, they do come in a set of 4 graduated cutters. There's one larger one which isn't here, but I'll put a picture up for you. But there's so many things you can do with them. So for instance, on this one, these tiles were made with the smallest. And what I did was I silk screened onto a plain, you know, piece of clay. Let me move these out of the way and we'll go by one. So I silk screened on a piece of clay, and I used the sage color, which I love. And I love this like golden brand color because it was such a bright gold, and I thought it would be gorgeous with the sage clay because it was like, it was contrasting but yet not so contrasting that it didn't blend beautifully, because it does, it blends beautifully. However, this is a fluid paint and it's very runny and liquidy, and you know, I didn't get perfection when I silk screened because it was too runny. But there are some other paints on the market, obviously, that you can try, and I have some coming in the mail from Deco Art that are called Ultra Sheen, and they are supposed to be super, super bright. So I'll show you those when we get there. But just pick a color, you know, that's a nicer quality paint, and so you can avoid that running. But anyways, here's one that I've already silk screened, and that one is the Dots and Lines silk screen. And let's see, I did a couple different ones on these pieces. I know I did some of this one, which is the linear. All of these were kind of, you know, that mini netting and tribal square dance, those kind of geometric shapes, because that's what I was going for here. So let's just get started and let me show you how I achieved this. So I started, these are on the #1 thickness of my pasta machine, but it's entirely up to you what project you're working on and how thick you want to go. So I press this in, and of course our cutters have this really nice lip that you can go over with. And then I use the smallest of the 4 to go inside of it. And so what this makes it nice, if you leave that cutter in place, you can see where you want to line this up. And then you just give it a little push and back again, like so. Let me peel this off here. And so I can peel the extra away. And I like to clean this up while it's in my cookie cutter. And if I have a glass or tile surface, I'll just usually run it like so. And so let's get this one out. Let me get the... I also run my finger along here on the inside of the cutter, and that'll take away any extra clay as well to help clean it up until you make sure you got it all the way cut through. Okay? And just give it a nice little clean up before you press the clay out. Just helps if you clean it up before. You're going to probably have to do some cleanup once you get it out of the cutter anyways, just like you have to do with any other cutter. So there you have it. You can create the graduated sizes and cut out the middle of things. And so let me show you that here. This is exactly what I did here. So imagine this necklace, and you could keep going around creating a chain that covers all the way around your neck if you wanted to. You could dangle things from any of the sides. This one I showed you already was the liquid clay. And this one I pieced together, and I decided, well, it would be neat to put some of the pieces that I took out of that one in and kind of mix and match. And so you could come back and add one in if you wanted, if you were going for that look, which was that closed in kind of one. And you can certainly use all kinds of colors and match them, you know, or mix them up. Like for instance, if I wanted to add, say, I did this also in blue, so I could come back in and place that in there. And these would be really cute earrings, you know, you would just have to do the back, obviously. Or cute necklaces. You know, really the sky's the limit with this. And on this one, I also added our arrow cutters in here. I was just playing around. And let's see, this one here, I made 4 of them, and then I started piecing them together just right next to each other like so. And you can continue on, you know, you just make as many as you need, and continue your necklace until you have a really nice, you know, collar necklace or a bib necklace, whatever you want to call it, like so. And all you have to do is, when this is in the raw version, you want to make sure your ends butt up together. And then I just stuck a piece of clay, you know, a piece of the scrap silk screens I had and coordinating pieces over that to kind of just seal up that little gap in between the different pieces. So for me, that was like an extra insurance that it'll stay together. So that's why I did that. On the back, I didn't finish this piece, but I had started silk screening, and I just left it there because I figured, well, you never know, it could look really cool. So that's that. And then this piece here, I decided to change up a little, where I created 3 of these, but I did 2 different colors, obviously. I silk screened in different colors. And then I cut out 4 smaller ones and I placed them around. So I pieced these 3 together, just like you saw earlier with this, you know, pieced it together. And then I added these 4 pieces, poked some holes in here and added some chain. And then there was a little gap here where I just inserted a piece of scrap clay in there. And this is the back, so you can kind of see the construction there. Very simple, but really cool looking. You know, I really like the look of these polygons. I want to say pentagrams. I think Kira was calling them pentagrams for a while, and I was like, what is she talking about? I know she's not making a pentagram, but polygon. That's what I'm trying to say here. So as you can see, there's really lots and lots of possibilities. You can turn them into earrings. You can, you know, make them all different sizes. Anything you want. And they're really cute on home decor as well. I mean, really, the sky is the limit with these. And like I said, they are 4 graduated color sizes, so you can get a bigger, you know, opening by using the smaller with a large one. Like if I went and I cut this one and then went this one next, there wouldn't be enough space around for you to see the design. So you have to think about that when you're doing it. Use a bigger cutter and then go with a smaller one to get that opening. So let's see here. Let's just do one more, move this around a little more so you can kind of get an idea of some other possibilities. So now this is the smaller cutter. This is this cutter, and I did use this one to cut it out. And you know, you can see it's much smaller design, you know, going around. So depending on what you're going for, you could actually mix up the larger with the smaller. You know, do something really funky, like maybe this becomes the bottom part, and then you build up around it, you know, like so. This is exactly what I was doing when I made these. I made a bunch of the different polygon shapes, and then I started putting them next to each other. Oh, those would look cool. Oh, that looks cool. And I was just playing with it, and really, I was amazed. I was simply amazed by how many different possibilities I could do with this. And so I think you will too, you'll be amazed as well, because you'll come up with some really unique, you know, concepts, and just play around with it. That does not look good, but it might look better here, you know, and just play around with it. That doesn't look good there either, you know. So you know what I'm saying. That is how I do it. I kind of throw it out there and I say what's gonna look nice with it, you know. And I really like these geometric shapes together. I thought that was a really cool look. So, you know, just play around with it and see what you come up with. The sky's the limit. And we'd love to see what you make. Come on over to polymerclaytribe.com, which is our Facebook group, and share pictures of what you made. We'd love to see them. We still have Polymer Clay Adventure going on, which you can check out at polymerclayadventure.com. And we have Polymer Clay Universe, which is a monthly magazine and a big resource section and lots of cool stuff going on there. And that's at polymerclayuniverse.com. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a really fun time creating with these polygon cutters and the liquid clay, because really the sky is the limit.